Tops and flops yet again brought to you by Tregong TV. We have 3 tops this week and 3 flops this week across the various leagues around the world. I am Okon and I have Deji with me today. Guys, let's start off with the flops for the week. I'm going to start it off with Manchester United. Now, why United? Because they lost their 3rd straight game in all competitions.
Yeah, and it's starting to look very bad for Manchester United. It's not just because they've lost these games, it's the way they've played losing these games. Last weekend against Manchester City, we thought, yeah, it's Manchester City, but then they went to the Europa League against Feyenoord, they were disappointing again. Yesterday against Watford, they were just, it took disappointing to a whole new level. So third straight defeat for Manchester United. The last time it happened, of course, was December. Last year. It was a very torrid time for them as well. And for Manchester United, I think the earlier they get themselves back, the better.
And also another flop from the weekend comes from that particular circle. And this is the manager of Manchester United, Jose Mourinho. He's our second flop of the week.
Yeah, and it's of course his 3rd straight defeat as well. The first time he's losing 3 straight games in a single season since 2002 while he was at FC Porto. I think that tells you everything you need to know. It's a whole new level of flopping for Jose Mourinho. There's been so much in the last couple of years for him. Remember the debacle at Chelsea last season, but then right now at Manchester United, it's just really low for him.
And for the 2nd straight week, we have a referee. In our flop. And last week it was Andre Marina. This week it's Lee Mason, who was in charge of the fixture involving Everton.
I think it's starting to get so bad to have so many refereeing problems or wrong refereeing decisions in the Premier League. So much has been said about the Premier League referees. Remember, of course, they talk about referees maybe being pushed to favour some teams, as the case may be. But then for Lee Mason was the game between Everton. Was Everton and Middlesbrough? Yeah, it was Everton and Middlesbrough, and the game ended 3-1, by the way. But then the first 2 goals in the game, Alvaro Negredo's goal was a shameful call by the referee. Alvaro Negredo totally fouled Martin Stekelenburg on with that one. And I'm just asking myself, if it's an own goal to Stekelenburg, then definitely Negredo didn't contact the ball. If Negredo doesn't get to the ball, then that's a foul, definitely. Yeah. So bad call by Lee Mason on that one. And then the second goal, there was Ashley Williams who was showing his studs. All his studs, just showing, and the referee doesn't give the call in favour of Victor Valdez, the goalkeeper. So yeah, I think Lee Mason, another poor day for him, just as Andre Marina last weekend. All
right, guys, so let's leave the flops and let's concentrate on those who had a splendid weekend. Yeah. So we go to our tops. Starting off with Watford, who got their first victory in about 30 years against Man United.
Against Manchester United, and did it quite well. They played, some good football. When they got the first goal, they were totally on top of Manchester United. United came back into the game, and at that point, you'd have thought Watford would crumble. We saw Manchester United get the winner late on against Hull City, and you'd have thought maybe United would show some character to get against Watford. But then it was indeed Watford who showed character, got the second goal. Zuniga had just come on. Which says a lot, of course, about the manager's tactical input into the side, making the change. First touch, Zuniga scores, and then while it was late on in the game, and that's when small teams crumble. To be honest, you see small teams just somehow let go of that lead in the last minutes. But what did Watford do? They scored a 3rd goal, ensured all 3 points. So yes, good one for Watford.
And we look at another team who had really good character over the weekend. Was Inter Milan against the champions Juventus in the Serie A.
Yeah, and they did that by coming from behind as well. Juventus got the first goal in the game through Stefan Lichtsteiner, and then we had Inter Milan respond immediately. Mauro Icardi, the captain, getting them back. Then there was Perisic who got the second goal. It's a really big win for Inter Milan because it's been testing times for Frank de Boer, the new manager. But when you bounce back with a win against the champions, I think it says a lot about your character.
It was only Inter's second victory in the Serie A this season. And our final top goes to Edinson Cavani for all the criticism he came in for during midweek, where he missed several chances as PSG would have killed off Arsenal in the Champions League. He somehow managed to score 4 in the next fixture.
Like a boss. 4 goals in the first half. And that was it. Why play the second half when you have 4 goals already? So yeah, that was what Cavani did. And I think for all the criticisms, it's time to praise Edinson Cavani. When you score 4 goals in a game, it's not so many people who have done it. Zlatan Ibrahimovic didn't score more than 4 goals in a game while at PSG. So I think Cavani well deserved.
So those are our tops and flops for this week. Don't forget to like our Facebook page, Tregong TV. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Tregong TV. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and like I did say, Facebook, Tregong TV. Have yourselves a splendid and a great week ahead until we return your way next week. Don't forget also, guys, that here are our games and likely goal scorers for this week.